Everybody, welcome to the Jimmy Dore Show. I'm joined by Ben Mankiewicz. And where are you from, Ben?
TCM.
TCM. Ben wears different glasses sometimes when he's on TCM, and here it's different frames. That's what I look forward to.
I am the Imelda Marcos of glasses.
Okay.
It's like 11 pair.
I like it. I like it. All right. So I was at home the other day, and I was a little constipated, and I didn't have any.
I already like this story.
And I didn't have any medicine. You know what do you take for that? The X-Lax. I didn't know what to do, so I was like, I got it. I'll turn on the Brian Williams news, because that usually scares the shit right out of me. Let's see what happens.
Up next, the warning about car airbags that may not work the moment they're truly needed.
Whew. Right out. I'm all clean as a whistle. Thank you very much, Brian. What? My airbags aren't going to work now when they're most needed? You mean during an accident? When else do you need them? You know what? I was feeling a little sleepy the other day, and that's what I needed. My airbag wouldn't work. No, that's not when you need it.
Right. I was on 95, and I needed a nap.
Yeah.
Right. So I just found a pole, and I drove into it at a safe speed, 20 miles an hour, and I took a little rest.
And the time when you need that, it failed me. When you need it the most. Wouldn't I need it the most? Okay. So then, I continue to watch, and the reason why I like the mainstream news media is because they give you. They really do the investigation necessary to help you understand what the story's about. So there's a story about a young lady going through TSA, and here's Brian Williams all over it.
A 34-year-old woman who says she's dying of leukemia claims that her dream trip to Hawaii turned into a kind of TSA nightmare when she says agents at Seattle-Tacoma Airport insisted on a full-body pat-down that exposed medical tubes and bandages and broke open a bag containing saline solution. She said her request for a private screening was denied as unnecessary.
Well, good for you, Brian. Thanks for doing that investigative report. I'm upset about the TSA now. I want to do something. Does he have something more to say about this, though?
The TSA says no one violated her rights, and a security tape shows screeners followed what they call normal policy and did not break open the saline bag.
Oh, so I guess it didn't happen. Or it did happen, or I guess we'll never know. Thanks for that report, Brian, and not filling me in on something I want to know about.
I think it's important that every day for 30 minutes, Americans can sit in front of the television and learn what might have happened.
What might have happened? Yeah. This guy says this happened, but guess what? This guy says it didn't happen. We'll be right back after this. That's Brian Williams' show, right?
Yeah, that was not a successul story.
That was not?
Yeah.
Okay, so I continue watching the news, right? Because I like to watch the news because I have a show that talks about it. And so they had the space shuttle, right? The space shuttle, they moved it from wherever the space shuttle was to a museum here in Southern California. And there's a couple of problems, right? So they had to take it. Now, they had to cut down all these trees, like 400 trees, to make way for it, but it was okay because those trees are in a bad neighborhood, right?
Totally, yeah.
All right, so
I don't even think trees grow in bad neighborhoods.
Yeah. Where did they even get? They probably stole those trees. That's how they got them in the first place, right? So they had to cut down all these trees, and but everybody's making it. Well, here's how the news lady handled it as I was watching it.
And we know it's a touchy subject because a lot of people were unhappy that they cut down the 400 planned ones, which will be replaced. The Science Center has vowed to replace it 1,000 trees to make way for that and have that. But once again, you can see the engineers there, the helpers, the workers who have been walking along this shuttle, and they are just taking measurements.
Yeah, I like how she just dismissed it. They had to cut down 400 trees in these people's neighborhoods, but they're going to plant 1,000 more, which is going to give a lot of shade to our grandchildren.
Yeah. Also, if I'm not mistaken, she said something along the lines of, well, you know, as they brought it through, and the scientists say they're going to replace those with the ones that were cut, and they're going to go ahead, and that's going to get happening done.
The way she was speaking?
Yeah, it was crisply and articulately explained.
Yes, she was that. Well, she had to speak without a teleprompter.
There was also a really compelling video of LA City workers walking down the street at half a mile an hour.
Half a mile an hour, yes. Yeah. And I'm with her, though. I don't know anybody could value the beauty of nature over a parade. Right?
By the way, I think if we were to Google map the route from where Endeavor was to the museum, I bet there were alternate roads.
Oh, that they could have taken?
I'm just guessing that you didn't have to go down Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard.
Yeah, and we have to cut down all the trees. What's the big deal?
I don't know. I'm just guessing maybe West LA, Beverly Hills, they maybe could have gone through there. But no.
I have two questions, too, about this. Didn't everybody already see the space shuttle when it flew into town? And number two, couldn't they just saw the frickin' wings off the thing and then glue them back on when they got it? It's not flying again.
I don't think you can saw the wings off a space shuttle. I'm not an astronaut, but I'm just guessing.
How about, all right, well, crack them. Let's go like this with them. Like a popsicle stick. It just seems like you could cut the frickin' wings off and glue them back on. I'm not a scientist, Ben.
I don't know.
I'm barely at whatever I do.
Yeah, you apparently have had a lot more success with glue in your life than I have.
But a lot of people came out to see the transportation of it. A lot of people lined, thousands and thousands of people, and here's just one person right here.
I came on the bus from Chatsworth. It's worth it. This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, and I've been interested in space science and astronomy for a long time.
Yes, this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to see a space shuttle being towed down a street with no trees.
Can you play her clip one more time?
Sure, I'll play it one more time.
I came on the bus from Chatsworth.
Well, you noticed that she said she came from Chatsworth, which
Yes.
is the home of the porn industry, and I think very clearly we know what she does for a living.
Yeah, she's doing some cougar porn.
Totally.
Right?
Yeah.
I follow her on Tumblr. So I think this is great. This is a chance for thousands of people to see the last spacecraft not built by Richard Branson.